Hello. Long time no see. I'm back with a new video, and I'm hoping that I'm back for, being more consistent with video uploads, especially in 2025. So it's the end of the year. We know the drill. Everyone does the art summary, and I was supposed to do art summary too. But to be honest, I did not draw as much as I would like in 2024. There's a lot of off-screen work I was doing, and I was also trying to do more creative work rather than only drawing this year. So so that means that I basically was just trying to figure out the plot for my story compared to drawing. So I yeah, bottom line is that I did not draw much, so I definitely could not make a summary. And instead I decided that, okay, let's just do something new. I'm going to talk about all the art that I did not draw or did not finish. Oh yeah, that's better. All the art I did not finish. And as you can see, you probably got a preview of everything, but we're gonna go step by step. And the first thing I drew this year was this one over here. So just to keep it interesting, I'm just gonna do a time lapse of it. But basically, I think I got my iPad last year. I bought one, and then I thought I would draw more if I had an iPad. uh, that's not the case. That did not happen. I definitely did draw more, but they were mostly sketches. So I think I got my iPad at the end of Jan, and I thought, okay, what's the next thing that's happening? Valentine's Day, and I really wanted to make this very cute comic of my Inktober OCs for Valentine's Day. So I thought, why not? Just a minute. Yeah, okay. So I thought, why not? Because I did not draw them for Inktober last year, so I thought I should definitely draw them this year. Yeah. So I was just doing. I just had a message. Sorry. I'm gonna probably cut that out. But okay. So I did not draw my OCs for Inktober last year. So I thought I would draw them this year, and I wanted to make a very cute comic for all my Inktober OCs. So my Inktober OCs are basically like a group of OCs I always draw for Inktober, and they have a very cute dynamic going on with them. And I wanted to draw them together in a comic. So idea was that my OC Veena, she sees her crush Ness to be carrying a bag, but then she wants to give him chocolates, but he doesn't uh, take chocolates from anyone. So she just decides to slip them in his bag. She actually slips them in the wrong bag, and then there is a lot of confusion that ensues. But eventually things work out, and it's kind of like a bittersweet happy ending, I guess. I can't tell you without what the story is. Maybe I should make a goal that I would finish this for Valentine's Day this year, so that you get to learn more about them. But this was like the first page of the comic, and as I said, I never really finished it, but it's there. It was a very cute idea. So because of the organization, I'm still trying to figure out how to organize my Procreate, but because of the organization, the first drawing of the year was at the last, so don't worry about it. But this was the second drawing, and this is still Feb, and I think I came back from watching Madam Web. Just like always, I'm going to put the time lapse here. So I saw Madam Web. I actually liked the movie quite a bit. I like this one particular still. I don't remember. I think it was somewhere between like the beginning and between somewhere in the beginning, first 30 minutes or so. So there was this scene where Dakota Johnson, Madam Web, she was like sitting near a window. A cat approaches, and there's this beautiful sunlight that comes from the window and lights up part of the face and part of the cat's body. And I was very impressed with that shot. And I really wanted to draw some Madam Web fan art, and especially that shot compositionally, and try to replicate that vividness of that image. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that, so we are just left with this small, cute sketch of it. But that's that. Yeah, that's fun. Because I wanted to like post the sketch for my Inktober series, the comic. I think maybe that's the reason why that happened. But I was trying to draw a banner for the Tapas uh, comic version. So on Tapas, where it's one of the platforms where you can read web comics, you can also like put a banner and book cover, which I think is very cute, and I really like doing them. So I thought I'm gonna draw a banner because the old one was like very old, and the character designs have changed. So I tried to do that, but this was a general idea. So this was my oh wait, let's just do this. So this was my character Ray. I think that's the design I had for him at that time. This was Ivy. I think this was Saki. Saki was like Ray's sister, and this might be Kian, and this might be Tammy. I have like a very good idea of Tammy's design, but then I'll just leave them. Yeah, I really have this very clean idea of how Tammy's design is going to look like, but when I thought about it, I feel like she resembles Miss Bellum quite a bit, but I don't know about the rest of the design. But I do really want that poofy hair. I think that would suit her personality quite a bit. And I think somewhere here we should have Ness and other characters. So this was supposed to be a very character-studded banner, and as you can see, I haven't really finished it because I don't know, I never really got around to it. I think this was the point when I really wanted to branch out onto my stationery shop. For if you don't know, 2024 was the year when I thought I would launch a stationery shop. I wanted to make stickers, I wanted to sell planners. I had like a lot of ambitions, but eventually I got cold feet and I got really scared, and I gave up. But this was one of the stickers I made so that I could sell them on Redbubble, and it was fun. It was fun making it. So this is part of like 3 stickers I made, and I actually uploaded them on Redbubble, and this one was really cute. I really liked it. This is my character Ivy. So I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that, but I at least want to make some monthly planner designs, because this year 2025 I want to do digital journaling so that I can like I don't want to like buy a planner. So let's see. I'm planning to make some Genshin inspired spreads and PDFs, which I would definitely share. If you can definitely buy them, but I'm still figuring things out. It's just going to be digital hopefully this year, but I'm figuring things out. Yeah. So this was when I wanted to do, I think this is around Easter, so I wanted to do element inspired Easter eggs. So I have like these 9 different colored eggs. I don't remember what I was planning to do, but I think it was just like it was a sticker sheet with um, Genshin elements inspired um, eggs. That's it. This was an idea for Otter. Like I think something which happened with Fontaine was that I fell in love with the wildlife in Fontaine Genshin. So I really loved making like I wanted to make some Genshin wildlife stickers. So this was one idea for such sticker pack, um, sticker sheet, but I never really got around to it. Um, I don't know if I'll ever, but that was fun. This was also another design for one of the stickers which I wanted to make, but I did not. And let's come to the one and hope maybe it's one of the only illustrations I made this year. Let's have a replay. I was like trying to draw myself. I think one theme for me throughout 2024 was about me trying to figure out who I am, or like what I wanted to do with my art. I don't know if I got very far with it, but I've definitely realized that I do want to improve my art, and I'm investing in it. So 2025 might be the year where we see the results. So I'm going to take it a bit more seriously, and it's good. I enjoy it. It's and I think like I was better off when I was doing art more. I guess I'd say religiously than when I was not, because it's just very different from my regular work that I do, and it's good to have a hobby. And everyone, I'm pretty sure, who has hobby agrees. And yeah, I'm still trying to figure things out, and I'm trying to see what I can do. And I'm also working on my personal projects with art, but I hope that you can finally get to see them next year. So this was like a small speed paint of the illustration. I don't think my art process has changed that much over the years though. So I always do like base color, sketch, base color, and then I add some shadows and highlights, and I then what do I say? What Add a purple and yellow overlay layer, which has been like a constant so far. But that's the thing I want to break out of in 2024. So here's to trying more things in 2025. Sorry. The next artwork is Clervy. Clervy is a character who is very crucial to Arlecchino's backstory, and I found her design incredibly cute, and I really had to draw her the moment the trailer came out. And I did draw her, but I just don't think I finished it. Like, I didn't add any shadings, or I can't call it a finished illustration, but I did draw her, and I think I did post the video time lapse online. And this is still when I'm trying to figure out things. And it was really fun drawing her. This one is like I was trying to study It's Lopez art. I'll link their Instagram down below. I did not get to the end of it, but they have such pretty art. I want to study it. This was when We Can Be Friends by Ariana Grande was very popular, so I would hear it everywhere on my YouTube shorts. And when I heard the song, I had this image of whether she deletes the memories, and the memories being erased from in the background. So I had this nice thumbnail idea of what the illustration would be. So I captured it quickly, but I never really finished it. And you see a Your Lie in April fan art, and then you know that it's April by then, and And I also tell myself a lie every April, and that is that I'm going to finish a Your Lie in April fan art every year. And I know this is a series of things I've started but I've not finished. And like every year, I told myself a lie this year too, that I will finish this fan art, but I couldn't. If you don't know what Your Lie in April is, it's the most beautiful anime to ever exist. I think one of my key memories of this anime was that the moment Kose sees Kaori for the very first time and how his color world becomes colorful, I feel like uh, it's such so beautifully captured. I really can't. I mean, it still flashes in front of my eyes whenever I think about it, and I'm happy that that's the first thing I think about when I think about Your Lie in April. It's the way the whole story becomes colorful, and probably that's why I still think of it even after all these years, that Your Lie in April is the most beautiful anime ever. Um, yeah, and fun fact, I watched the whole anime till the end because someone in spoiled it for me and told me that, like, on the internet, someone on the internet spoiled it for me on, and they commented that she was gonna die, Kaori was gonna die. And then I wanted to prove to them that she was not going to die, but she did die, guys. It breaks my heart. But and I think now I might be that someone who spoiled Your Lie in April for someone else. But it's such a beautiful story, guys. Even if you know that that's gonna happen, you guys should still watch it. Um, this one is a thumbnail, like a sketch for an idea where I wanted to draw. I just finished Lynette's story quest. I really loved it, and I had this image in my head of Traveler. Traveler and Lynette sleeping, tired after the whole day, and Linny watching them. He just came to call Lynette, but then he found that both of them are peacefully sleeping. So I had this image in my head, which was very warm, cozy, but as with everything, this never got to the end either. This was that Windbloom event. Kaya tried to get out of Wendy's choir, and Wendy was nice, so he didn't really force him. But I was like hoping that Kaya would actually join the choir, and it would have been really nice experience. But it was a nice event. I don't remember everything else, but when I see the sketch, I remember that I wanted to draw Kaya with the choir and Wendy conducting the choir. So that was really fun. Part to the King, one of my named illustrations. So this was when Arlecchino was released, and I had this image in my head where Arlecchino was standing on, like, at the end of a road which was laid with corpses, and this illustration was supposed to be red, and black would be the main colors because they're Arlecchino's main colors. So I wanted to draw that. So this was a small thumbnail I did, but yeah, one day hopefully that will be done. And this one is Swimming with Skylar because it is so fun. I think this was when the underworld water opened. Like, Fontaine was all open, and then there was a new region which was added, which was between Sumeru and Fontaine. And there was this one tiny island where if you go there, a quest starts, and then you are plunged into the depths of the water where you have what's the name of that place? I don't remember the name of the place, but I do remember that it was about um, okay, I don't remember it now. Uh, okay, yep, I just looked it up. It's the Sea of the Bygone Eras region that was opened up, and then um, it's the whole story about the Petri Chor, whatever that happened over there. It's been a long time, so I do remember the story roughly, but um, the biggest thing I remember is like swimming with Skylar was so fun. Like anywhere you are, Skylar is always inside, and you can just press a button, and then you're like swimming, riding with Skylar, and that was really fun. I want to draw fan art. I want to draw fan art of underwater traveler. Um, so that's something I still need. That's still on my checklist. Now, this is another fun thing. I had the chance to go to Cairns this year, and when I came back, I went to the Great Barrier Reef, of course, but I could not go scuba diving. But I did a lot of other things, and I thought that I should make a sticker sheet out of it to commemorate the event, and that's what I did. I put down some ideas for it, but as I said, the stationery shop didn't really pan out well. But by the time this all happened, it was already May, and May means not only me drawing mermaids for Mermay, but also doing Miss Adventure May. Now that I think about it, I feel like I take on too many challenges and not do anything. But I like to start things, I guess. Maybe I probably would never finish them, but starting is fun. So this is my character Sharon from my story Mishaps of the Enchanted Forest. I thought I'll give the story another go in May, and so I started drawing something like another. How do you say? I thought I'll do it another story, like follow the prompts of Misadventure Me and figure out the story. But I only drew one illustration. I did not really get through till the end. Now this was a line art. I'll probably see if I can find a link to it. But I downloaded the line art and I wanted to practice coloring because I found that my coloring style has become very boring. And I wanted to try something new, but I just did base colors and I did not draw it. More sticker ideas. I got back into Honkai Star Rail, and as soon as I got back, I got Aventurine, and I really wanted to draw because like some sticker ideas, and I did not finish that. This abominous looking sketch is somewhat finished actually. Let me play the replay. So this was when I think like after a therapy session, I decided that I should draw myself a little bit more freely, and not worry about what is real. So I decided to just draw myself, splashing through the colors, I guess, and it was really fun. But again, I did not finish the illustration, but just playing around with ideas and sketching things out was really fun. This is a step where I'm blocking out colors, but yeah, oh good. Monday, that'll also probably be done, or maybe not. Now, this is my character Avi from my story Loves Me Not. He was previously called Jan, so if that might be familiar to you. I am still not happy with his design. I was just trying to figure out. Actually, I was trying to make some sprites for a visual novel because I thought it would be fun to figure out characters that way. But I did not end up going through with that. But I did try to draw some sprites, which I then later used in a haste to create a first chapter of the story, but that also did not work. This is my main character from the story, Ree. I'm still trying to figure out her name, but for now, I've just like called her with um, short names, and I've just like tried to keep like figure out story. I've been working on it all November and December, and then I think I've come to a point where I realized the story is way bigger than I initially thought, and I need to figure out a lot more things than I already have figured out. And so I think I'm going to put this story on hold while I secretly try to develop it in the background. But you might see snippets of it on the YouTube channel next year. But I'm just trying to, I just want to do it the best I can. I don't want to, I guess, start drawing it and then realize that this is not going to work and we need to go back to the drawing board again. So it's going to take some time, but I'm sure I'm going to get through the end one day. This was just a random sketch. I have nothing much to say. This one is me trying to draw Sparker from memory. Don't ask me why. Maybe I was like seeing all these YouTube videos where they hear the description of the character and try to design, like, draw how the character might look like. I think this sketch might be a result of that. But I definitely tanked. I don't remember if Sparkle looked like this, but it was a fun exercise to see how much I remembered from a character design I was seeing. This one is probably the best drawing ever. I'm gonna minimize it a little bit, and we are going to play a small time lapse just to keep things interesting. So I came across Happy Charms art, Happy Charms on YouTube, and she has a really cute art style, and it was really fun. And then I realized they had a draw this in your art style challenge, and I wanted to try drawing their character in my art style. And when I make these illustrations, that makes me feel better because I realize that, okay, even though I did not draw for like a few years now, I still have some skills, and I can draw if I get really serious about it. But in the end, yeah, I guess this probably should not be on this list of things I did not finish, but maybe it's on the list of all the art I drew this year, and this probably is one of my favorites. Okay. Okay. The next one is this one. This one is from the event where the storybook event. Now, fun fact is that I don't know how the storybook event started even now. I just know that I kind of pressed a button and all of a sudden I was somewhere in a storybook, and um, and then the world was very beautiful though. I really enjoyed it, and I think one of my favorite ones was where um, we were like the frog was supposed to take a leap of faith, and I think that was like one of the most beautiful story quests ever. So I don't know why, but I really like, I think something with like the 3D animation was that you really can't show or animate for all the frames maybe. And i I felt like when the frog asked us to grab onto it, it wasn't like I don't remember seeing like an animation of us grabbing onto the frog. So I thought I'm going to draw it myself because I was like very touched with that story. So I wanted to draw it. Um, and then we also have like Paimon, who's like trying to fly and match up to the speed of the leap. But it is supposed to be a very cute little drawing. It's fun. Following the same path, as soon as we enter the storybook, the first person to meet would be Nilu, and she was a forest fairy. And so when you say fairies, I think about Winx Club. So I wanted to draw a Winx Club transformation kind of thing for Nilu. Uh, I never really got to it, but it was a very cute idea. And oh my god, Navia. Navia is the best girl. I had so much fun meeting her at Metropolis, and I think like I loved it when she still called us partners, and so I thought about this idea of Navia and Traveler, just saying cheers to their partnership, no matter what world they were in, and I thought that was fun. Now, this one is interesting. So I think this one we got. I saw a tutorial by Art with Flow, and I thought I want to try that tutorial. It was quite fun, and eventually, I thought I'll add a character to make it more interesting. I don't know why when I see that this frame here, I think of Scaramouche, but I think I was just adding a random character, to be honest. This was before I went home, so I wanted to make some t-shirts for my family. As I said, I was heavily into the idea of making an online store. So like the stationery store evolved from just stickers to apparel already. But I wanted to make a sticker, make some t-shirts, and then take them home. I never really got to it, but it was fun thinking about all those ideas. Now, Emily, hands down, I've like enjoyed her story quest quite a bit, and I actually liked her design a lot more while I was doing the story quest. Emily is one of the characters who I hated at first, like when the design was released, but eventually, as I get to know more about her during the story quest, I fell in love with her. So it happens a lot. I think even Yelan, I was like, when Yelan first came out, I was, I'm never gonna pull for her. I did the story quest, and then it was like, Yelan, I can't live without you. So, to be honest, I can't live without her in Genshin right now. She's been a very great addition to my team, and I don't think I can take her off my team ever. And similarly, Emily too. She was really fun to play, and I wish that I could have gotten her, but I think that was not really possible for me. So I just had to settle for drawing her as a chemistry student. The anatomy is all over the place, so that was one reason why I never finished it. This one is inspired by the Heartstopper art book. I was browsing randomly in the shop, and then I saw the Heartstopper art book in a clearance sale, and I just got my hands on it. It was very interesting how they laid out the characters and have character interaction illustrations. So I took one of them and I wanted to put my characters in it and see how they would interact. So this one, wait, for context, yeah, maybe I'll take black. So this one is Ness, this one is Ivy, okay, this one is Ray. I went back to his old design after the first one. And then this one is Saki. I changed her design too. I'm still figuring things out. This one is Saki's boyfriend, and this one is Bruno. Everything is like a working name. I don't have names finalized for anyone, but these are the names I've been referring to them for years. So I just try to um, continue referring to them in these names. Um, and it's a really fun dynamic, and I feel like this was supposed to be a sketch. It wasn't really supposed to be a finished illustration, but yeah, something to look forward to one day. One day, I hope that you'll get to listen to their story. This, I think, was almost September or October, and I just put the replay here to keep things more interesting. But Pixel Architect actually released their game this year, Chef RPG. I was on the fence in the beginning because I don't know, I always like buy the farming games, but I never really play them. So, but like I've been following Pixel Architect for a very long time, and I really wanted to support them. And I was also, after seeing all the playthroughs, I was really, really curious, and I definitely wanted to see the game for myself. And as I can now vouch, confirm, it's one of the most beautiful games out there. I do think the mechanics and the gameplay might need a little bit more work, but it's still in early access, and I think a lot of things are going to change in the future. I think one thing which I desperately want is a bike in the game, because I can't walk everywhere in the game. Please, Pixel Architect, if you're seeing this, I want a bike, please, or teleportation points. I'm not used to too much walking. And one thing I really love in the game is like their produce supply chain. Once I've unlocked it, I think like I had a much easier life. But yeah, it's really fun. I played it for quite a few hours before again like stashing it away with my other farming games. But maybe once I have some free time, I'm gonna play it a little bit more again. Blazing. So Maoika is coming, right? So Maoika is coming in 3 weeks time, and I want to have this fan art ready by then. But for 2024, this is still an incomplete, so technically it's falling under the category, under the title of this video. So we are supposed to have like, since I've seen Maoika in her trailer, when like in the first Natland trailer, ever since I've seen that blazing gorgeous hair, I really wanted to draw a fan art of the hair. So it's not more about Maoika, but it was more about the hair. And trust me, one day I'm going to finish this. It's gonna be nice, hopefully. Let's skip this. This is just me trying to study Pluvius's artwork, but I did not study it. I wanted to. I just made a copy of her artwork to make sure that I study it, but I never did. This was Inktober. Okay, so this is December 1st, so I think everything else is before that, was September. Then I thought by the time I got to Chef RPG artwork, it was already October. But anyway, so I wanted to draw. I found the themes of Inktober this year very interesting, especially because I was traveling quite a bit this year. So I wanted to share some of my travel stories with everyone. But life was busy and I didn't want to draw, so I did not draw. But with all fairness, I think it was really fun doing at least one illustration, I guess. And then this was when I thought, okay, I want to evaluate my current skills, and I want to really, really learn how to draw. Um, I think I drew this illustration with as much time as I can, and with trying to use all the knowledge I currently have, and make a aesthetically pleasing illustration as much as I can. That this was supposed to be the baseline, and after this, I did my art challenge for like 30 days in 3 hours. I think I have the video up on my YouTube channel, and I was supposed to do some other art challenges, but I couldn't. And then I thought I should have a more streamlined approach. So I thought, okay, let me, get some art courses. And I'm trying to learn more art more systematically. And hopefully, over the next year, we will see a more systematic improvement, which is going to stick around for a long time. Um, but this I would still consider to be sort of like a before illustration, to be honest. um I need to figure out the time lapsing feature. I think I broke it in Procreate. This one is my attempt at redrawing Lucy. I have this one Lucy fan art I keep redrawing every now and then, and I was supposed to not draw that again because it was it's been a while since Fairy Tail ended, and it just didn't make sense that I would draw the characters again. But I guess you really don't get over them so easily. So when I started watching 100 Years Quest, when it came out, and then there was this wave of happiness that washed over, and I was like very happy to see the gang back in action, um, and um, and a lot of things are happening. I'm surprised, and definitely like Juvina Sama, that was so funny. A third Juvia. And I also love the Edolas arc. I guess it's all every shipper's dream. Um, it is, I don't know. I don't know if I can. But anyway, so that kind of like, because I've been enjoying Fairy Tail again, so I thought it's time to revive my tradition of drawing Lucy fan art every now and then again. And then I went back to the drawing board and started sketching out ideas to see how much I can push myself with the fan art. So that's a sketch you see. I used a few references to figure out the pose and stuff. And I wanted to draw it in a top-down view, and I think the illustration is too ambitious for me, but certainly it's definitely not one I would finish in this year. So with that out of the way, I think we are wrapping up the whole art for 2024. So that is like all the art sketches I tried to draw, but I couldn't draw this year. So all the art that I could not finish this year. But it is a fun round of artwork. I think I've been looking at my art for the last few years, and when I look at the sketches or even finished work, I couldn't feel much joy. There was like a lot of things going on in my life, but I was like dreading that I would never feel joy from art again. And thankfully, like at the end, when after doing this summary, I can say that that's not the case. And I'm happy that I drew all these sketches, because although these were not finished artwork, they remind me of a lot of things I've done throughout the year, and of all the things that I've tried this year. And I've tried so many different things. And eventually I lost myself, I found myself, I lost myself again, and then I found myself again, and I was happy, unhappy, sad, disappointed, bitter, and I'm happy again. So this was like a very chaotic year for me, and I've still been trying to understand and form opinions about things. um, i don't I don't really share much about what my personal struggles online. Hopefully I did not. But um, last few years have been incredibly hard, and I'm actually happy to say that I feel joy again, uh, looking at my art, or looking at my scribbles, which is a even more amazing thing. um, I'm hoping that um, 2025 is going to be a better year, especially art wise. Um, and I have a lot of plans again. I think I'm going to screw them all up and something else will happen. Um, but thank you for sticking by, even though I'm not much of a consistent person on YouTube or anywhere else. But thank you for all your love and support. And thank you for 100 subscribers. That's a milestone this year. And I hope to draw more, share more, and reach more people next year. Okay. We'll do more videos. Okay. We'll get to them. But thank you again. And I will see you next year. Bye bye.